It's a rainy day at Disney Springs. Hi everyone, this is Herb from World of Walt, and it is another weekend here at Disney Springs and a chance to check out what is open and what's going on. Not a very sunny day today. Tropical storm is making its way up the west coast of Florida, bringing a lot of rain and gray weather, but that's okay. Still a nice day to check out what's happening here at Disney Springs. Thanks for joining me. So I've entered here off of the Orange Garage. We're going to go take a left up here, see what's going on the west side, then we'll make our way back to the World of Disney store. Cassie, hello to you. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Jerry. Welcome to Disney Springs. And Christine, good morning to you. Kathy said, thought I would be rained out. I thought that was a real distinct possibility as well. So it's been very rainy here the past day or so. Just didn't know how heavy the rain was going to be, but fortunately, just sort of a drizzle. Can do the umbrella in one hand and the gimbal in the other. Matthew, good morning to you. Thanks for being here. Hi, Lisa. Welcome to Disney Springs. AMC Theater is still shut down. Looks like a time capsule in the middle of March. Still see that the posters are up for Mulan. Disney Style Store up here. I don't think it's open quite yet. Looks like the not operating signs are still up there. We'll go up here, hang a left, past the Starbucks, go see what's going on down by the NBA Experience, which has recently been a pretty quiet corner of Disney Springs. Joanne from Oklahoma, where it's hot. Thanks for being here. Aerophile not operating today. A little too bad of weather. Hi, Wendy. Rainy is where you are as well. Robert says, liquid sunshine. This is true. Glad I've got a good umbrella today. All right, let's head down the west side. Splitsville still not open. But there are some construction projects to see down here. The Disney Style Store here on the left, interesting. Looks like they are set up for social distancing. I can see a Purell dispenser in the middle there, but still has the sign there that says it's closed. Well, looks like a cast member inside. Looks like they may be stocking, so perhaps that's a spot that will open up soon. Tammy, hello to you in Louisiana. Thanks for being here. Hi, Emily. Good morning to you. Brian said, AMC advertised they cannot stay in business. I've seen that as well. I think that the cinema business is in pretty tough shape right now. Renee, good morning to you. Says, welcome back. Thank you so much. It's good to be back on Disney property. While things were shut down, I did some trivia shows from home. It was kind of fun, but it's nice to be back. Candy Cauldron here on the left, still not open. It's got the sorry we're closed sign. But it is interesting that it looks like there may be some preparations going on. Can see, well, cases are not stocked, but they do have some stocking carts here. So, interesting. Hopefully they'll fire back up again pretty soon. Hey Jerry, good morning to you. Eddie, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Welcome to Disney Springs. You can see the roof of Jaleo over here on the right and the construction site for Beatrix. Restaurant, market, coffee bar. Should be fun. Mike says it's going to be very humid when the sun burns off that rain. This is very true. We have definitely notched up our humidity here a couple points. Over here on the left is still a very interesting site at Disney Springs West Side, the Ample Hills Creamery. So Ample Hills is a really nice ice cream shop. They have them, I believe, in the Northeast. They've got one over at the Boardwalk. But I heard that the company may have gone bankrupt, so I don't know what's going to happen. Although bankruptcy doesn't always mean that all operations stop. Sometimes it's a reorganization. Steve, good morning to you in South Florida. Thanks for being here. Katie asked, is the Co-op open? I believe so. It was open the last time I went by. And the toy store down that way was open as well. All right, Splitsville. still not open, and this is an interesting construction update here, where the M&M store now has a new construction fence in front of it. Before you could walk right up to the windows, but that's not the case anymore, so it looks like the exterior construction is going to move along. Samantha says, loves cookie ice cream sandwiches. Yes, good stuff. Dawn says, looks like a ghost town. Not a lot happening here on the west side. The big draw being the Cirque du Soleil show, not open. Although the City Works has been under construction for a while, so we'll see when that opens up. I believe House of Blues now is operating. The sign that says it's down is gone. Ann says, went to Splitsville once and enjoyed it. It's good. It's a fun place, actually. You wouldn't think a bowling alley has good sushi, but they do. Mike says, how is walking around in a mask? Is it harder to breathe? I would say a little bit. Maybe I'm getting a little more used to it. It does help that it's not as hot today. I think it was 79 or 80 earlier today. Hey, Linda, good morning. Says, loves the videos. Thank you for that. I appreciate your being here. Linda's coming in November. Hope you have a great trip. It does seem a little strange here at Disney Springs, so quiet, but it is very early. It just opened up. And the west side, not so much happening. As we get back towards the marketplace, we're going to see definitely a lot more activity. Ron says, loves the Saturdays with World Wild. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Jerry says, do I know when Splitsville will open? No, I don't. Actually, I have not seen an announcement yet. And there are different pieces to Splitsville. There's a restaurant up in the top. So even if the bowling alley didn't open, I would think that parts could, but I really don't know what the operations look like there. Susan, good morning to you. Sandy said, Splitsville has great food. I agree with you. Carol says, looks kind of empty. Yeah, I think the rain is definitely keeping people away. Sometimes over the past couple of days, we have simply had downpours where you wouldn't want to be outside. But now it's more just a light rain. It's okay. Dennis said the Ample Hills, it opens at 1, I think, near him. That's interesting. Good to know. I didn't know if maybe they had ceased operations completely. So that gives me hope that maybe this store will still open. Someone asked if this was Disney Springs. It is. This is Disney Springs at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Ryan, hello to you in Maryland. Hope you're having a good day. Susan, good morning. Michelle, good morning from Western New York. Jim said, not a Saturday without World of Wild broadcast. Thank you for that. I always enjoy bringing you a little bit of Disney fun. Don says, I see people. Yes, live people actually out and wandering around, which is good. Not so many of them. Still early, very rainy, but it's fun to see some folks out. Caitlin, hello to you in Nevada. Mike says it's time for the Pin of the Month plug. Mike, thank you. You get the award for prompting the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month. If you want to have a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Sandy asks, are there walls up for construction? In certain places there are. Back by the new M&M store, there are some construction walls up, and actually those just popped up recently. Down by the City Works, connected to the MBA experience, there are some, I'll say, construction hedges. Looks like they've moved past the wall, so normally an indicator things might be opening up pretty soon when the hedges come in. Christina, good morning to you. Thanks for being here. And Lori, welcome to Disney Springs from Massachusetts. All right, so we could either hang a right and go back towards Planet Hollywood, or stay here on the left and go over the bridge past Maria and Enzo's. I think that's what we'll do today. Carol says, are the Disney stores open or just the non-Disney stores? So, good question. It is a mix. For the first week after Disney Springs opened, there was only third-party spots that were open, no Disney-operated stores. But for the past week and a half or so, Disney-operated locations are also open, but not all of them. So, for example, The World of Disney store is open. Co-op is open. The toy store is now open. Amorette's Patisserie, probably butchering that name, is now open as of yesterday. So more and more Disney locations are opening, but not all of them. So last time I checked, Disney Days of Christmas was not open. Pin Traders was not open. Eric says, supposed to go to Pigeon Forge at the end of July. Hope your trip still happens. Maria and Enzo's is open. It's like noon to 6. It's nice. Looks like the pizzeria is open, but the main restaurant is still closed. It looks like same deal with the Edison, still closed. STK, the steakhouse. Okay, I gotta move the camera so you can see their fancy schmancy sign. They are open, not right now. Paradiso 37 up here on the left has been open, as has Wine Bar George, the boathouse, all open. But up here, the Ganachery, the yummy, yummy chocolate place operated by Disney, is not opened yet. The Artist Shaving is open. Looks like it's actually open right now. Fortunately, I shaved already today, but good to know. See, it's a nice store for gentlemen. Ron says, loves the broadcast. Ron, thank you. I really appreciate your being here. I always have a lot of fun chatting with everyone. Melanie asked, is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party still scheduled? I believe the answer is yes. I think so. So this is interesting. So the Ganachery has got the signs that says closed, but they've also got the open and closed, the enter and the exit signs open. And I can see actual chocolate. Maybe it's hard to see, but in this maker there's some melted chocolate. I saw someone in here a minute ago. That suggests to me that this location is getting ready to open pretty soon, which is good news. Valerie, hello to you in Pittsburgh. Sarah says, what resorts are open? As of now, none. No Disney resorts are open at this point. But DVC and Fort Wilderness are going to be opening, I think it's June 22nd, in advance of the parks opening on July 11th and July 15th. I suspect we'll get some announcements about other Disney resort hotels opening. I published an article at worldofwalt.com that Disney has started to recall resort hotel workers and cleaning staff, so that's a good sign. Lori asked, when does Disney open again? So it's a phased reopening. Not everything opens all at once. We're here at Disney Springs, which has been open for several weeks now. Some of the resorts towards the end of June, and the parks by the middle of July. And we don't have all the details yet on when the resort hotels, all the resort hotels will open. Matthew, good morning to you in Maryland. I appreciate your saying hello. Thank you. Gail says, still early. When the rain stops, more people will walk through. I think that's a definite possibility. We're supposed to have kind of a soaker today because of the tropical storm that's making its way up the west coast. Dolores says, how busy has it been in Disney Springs? So, good question. The first day it opened, I think there were a lot of curious folks who came out. The first day the World Disney Store opened, it was extremely busy, and Disney instituted a reservation system where you had to get a text back in order to enter. The past, week or so that I've been here, though, I've not had to queue up for the World of Disney Store, just able to walk right in. Most of my trips have been in the evening. So it's good to see people here, but it hasn't been so crowded that Disney's had to call out some of the virtual queuing processes. Kathy asked, did the Disney Days of Christmas store open? Not yet. Roberta says, loves the music. It is a lot of fun. All right, Paddlefish over here on our left. Very nice seafood restaurant. Kind of missed the look of the Empress Lily, but this is still cool. Jeff says, do you know at what resort the NBA teams will be staying? I don't know if this is official, but I saw some scuttlebutt on the internet that it might be the Coronado, probably the Grand Destino Tower would be my guess. Very, very nice resort. Kathy says, I've always gone to Disney Springs at night. Next time I'm going to visit during the day. It is definitely a more hopping place in the evening. Little quieter during the daytime, especially so early since they just opened, and especially on a rainy day. This is kind of a fun view right here of the springs making their way down towards STK. Very beautiful spot. Stephen asks, is the Disney Pin Trader store open? Not yet. Kathy said, what do you think of going standby versus Fast Pass? So this is an interesting point too. So Disney has canceled all Fast Pass reservations, but we don't have a lot of news yet about what's going to happen instead. So I think there are a number of options. Disney may just say standby for everything. They may reopen Fast Pass reservations, but perhaps in a more limited way after they figure out new ride capacity, new crowd capacity. And I also think there's a good chance we might see more virtual queuing like we did for Rise of the Resistance. So with Rise of the Resistance, you had to get a boarding group, and then you didn't really wait in line very long. So it wasn't exactly a pre-scheduled Fast Pass, but it wasn't a standby either. And so I've got to wonder if that might be something we see more of. All right, just because I like to do this, I'm going to take the long way around. We're going to walk by Rainforest. We'll go by Goofy's Candy Company, Disney Days of Christmas, Pin Traders, and then we'll make our way past Co-op and end up in the World of Disney store, see what's going on there. Carrie said good morning to you. Charlotte, Florida, thanks for being here. Janine asked, is the Margarita Bar open? No, I think Disney has not yet announced plans for opening up their alcohol locations. Hey Dawn, good morning to you, and it is a wet day here. Tony says enjoying the walkthrough. Thanks Tony, appreciate you being here. The rain is fired up a little bit more, but still not so bad that I'm getting wet. My umbrella's doing a good job. Paddlefish over here on the left looks nice. Carol Ann says, yay, the long way. Saratoga over here. Samantha asked if Ghirardelli was open. I believe so. I believe I walked by it yesterday. Hey, George, good morning to you. Christine says, misses the old days when you could go into the parks. Yeah, I kind of miss that too. But I think those days will come again. Dawn says, love taking the long way around. Me too. That's the way to go. Even on a rainy day. It's coming down a little harder now, but not so much that I'm going to get soaked. Well, I think my feet are going to be a little bit wet. That's okay. Nice view here of the water with Ghirardelli and the World of Disney store off to the distance. Fred asked about the crowds. It hasn't been too bad. First day Disney Springs opened, it was pretty crazy. The first day the World of Disney store opened, it was very crazy. But since then, I've been here a number of times, and yeah, it just hasn't been so bad. Today, with all the rain, kind of a washout. Haley said, look forward to coming back, and you don't have to wear a mask. These will be good days when that happens. You can see all through Disney Springs, and I'm sure when the parks open as well, you see these health and safety reminders. The safety of the cast and the guests. Face mask, physical distancing, wash hands, cover your mouth, don't touch your eyes. All good advice. Rainforest Cafe, looks like there are some social distancing markers on the ground, but still not open. Still has that sorry we are closed sign up. Goofy's Candy Company is not open right now, but I did hear some scuttlebutt that maybe there's been some restaffing going on. A little hard to see because the windows are foggy. The cases are not filled, but I do see some products here. It's sort of hard to see through the window, but there are products filling the shelves, which is good news. Heather said, thanks for braving the rain. Happy to do it. Kathy says, wonder how long we're going to need to wear masks. I don't know. This is a big open question. Okay, Disney Days of Christmas straight ahead, still not open. Hopefully that will open pretty soon. That's a fun shop I like to visit. Wolfgang Puck Express over here on the left, tucked behind the Disney Days of Christmas store, was not open last time I checked. But Earl Sandwich is, which is good news. Holiday turkey sandwich. I miss you. So yeah, Wolfgang Puck Express still closed. Although the Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill, the new sit-down restaurant, which I really like a lot, is open. Hey, Troy from Gainesville, how's it going? Crystal said, can you wear a face shield instead of a mask? I believe the answer to that question is yes, you need a face covering. I don't think it necessarily has to be a mask. It probably could be a bandana or something else. Don't quote me on that. Debbie says, loves the Christmas store. Me too. It'll be fun when we get a chance to go back in again. Earl's Sandwich is quiet because they don't open until 11. When they open, they usually have a pretty good crowd going through. Once Upon a Toy is now open again, which is fun. So this is an interesting little item to note. So here is the pin trading store. And while it is definitely not open, you can see that the door is cracked a little bit. It makes me wonder if there could be some people inside getting ready. Maybe they're trying to just get a little ventilation. In fact, I can hear some noises in there. So maybe the pin traders will open again soon. Pin trading Mickey, I am looking forward to seeing you. Tony says, is the Christmas store open before the parks? Can you do a tour in it? That's a good question. I don't know if they do tours of the store. I do know that there's kind of a fun series of signs about the 12 days of Christmas, which I've gone around and done, which is a lot of fun. Hey, Cindy from Pennsylvania, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Jeffrey says, sneak in. I am not so skinny as to be able to sneak in under that little opening, but I do find it very fascinating that it is there. So I hear some noise in the store. I can, I bet it's open for some people working inside to get some ventilation. That location is always hot, always hot. Debbie says, Disney Springs is always a must during every Disney vacation. It's a lot of fun to visit here. The rain is letting up a little bit. Well, let's take a new view here off towards Paddlefish. Roberta says, are the bathrooms open? Yes, fortunately they are. That I have verified personally. Evelyn said, give anything to be here, would like a churro. I do believe churros are back in business here. All right, it's nice that the rain is letting up a little bit. Sarah says, what was my temperature today? I know it was less than 100.4 because they did check it on the way in from the garage. But they don't actually tell you what it is. They just use a touchless thermometer, point it at your forehead, and then say you're good to go. All right, Co-op is open, which is nice. Looks like no queue to get in. But I do believe the cast member there is counting the number of people coming and going. I believe that the Ghirardelli soda fountain is open once again. Oh yeah, this is a good thing to note too. So Marketplace Snacks is right here, and they serve what? Dole Whip. Yes, you can get Dole Whip here. So if you have missed your Dole Whip, here's the place to make it happen. Shannon headed here in a few hours. Hope you have a good time. It's probably going to be a wet day, but hey, wet day at Disney, better than a normal day at work, right? Nikki says, is the poutine place open? Loves those fries. I think it is open, actually. I'm fairly certain it is. May not be open right now because we're still pretty early in the day. Four Rivers Cantina food truck over there, which is typically parked by World of Disney. It is also open. Good stuff. And just to take a look here, so the Ghirardelli soda fountain is open. Just probably not open right now. Although I think anytime's a good time for ice cream. But I did notice that the chocolate store right next door is not yet open, which is kind of sad because free chocolate. Basin, the store back here, sells all kind of soap. It is open, which, yeah, I mean, that's good. They ask you to wash your hands. There's an opportunity right there. So actually, I'm going to go double check on the Poutine store. I'll be able to tell if it's open because they might have the still, sorry, not in operation sign. But I'm 90% sure that is working. Then we'll take a little stroll into the World of Disney. John says, loves to wash hands at the Basin. It is a really nice store. They got a lot of different options in there. Chrissy says, is Chicken Guy open? I can tell you I have personally verified that Chicken Guy is open, and I have eaten there, and it is still delicious. Actually, they're working to expand the seating area, inside seating area. At least they were, and I believe they still are. Sort of extending it further out. Not always, but my experience is often hard to find a place to sit inside. So I'm glad there's going to be more inside seating at Chicken Guy. Barbara, hello to you in Burlington, Massachusetts. Thanks for being here. David said Ghirardelli is best. I am a huge Ghirardelli fan. Especially love what they put out at Easter time. Gina, any words on the 50th anniversary? That's a really good question. No, nothing official yet. Actually, Disney hadn't yet made official announcements even before the shutdowns. So I think it's very possible that instead of the 50th being all of 2021, it might start late 2021 and go for a year after that. That would give them more time to be able to promote the event. Amaretto is open now, which is great. Yes. So the Poutine Shop. So I can pretty much validate that it is open. So you have fork dispensers and places to grab napkins and a good menu here. I've stopped here a number of times. Really good stuff. Yeah, the Italian, classic, French, Latin. All good stuff. Stephen from England, thanks for being here. And Judy, hello to you in Connecticut. Fortunately, the rain has let up a bit. I think it looks like there is no queuing to get into the World of Disney, so we'll walk in for a few minutes before we wrap up today. Thanks everyone for joining along. Beryl says, thanks for the wet walkthrough. You are welcome. Let's take a quick peek in the World of Disney store. Donna said banana splits for supper. I like the way you think. All right, the air conditioning inside feels good. Good morning. People lined up to grab the bags for the umbrellas and a little Purell. John said, wish they would reinstitute the dining plan. Yeah, I think that Disney probably has a lot of calculations to do on capacity and staffing and all kinds of things. Debbie says, love shopping at the World of Disney store. Me too. It's actually fun to see it back in action. I like the projections that they have up. You see the Jungle Cruise in the background there. Pretty fun. Kelly says, thanks for the walk on a rainy Disney Saturday. You are welcome. Glad to be sharing it with you. I appreciate everyone chatting with me. The comments are great. Thank you for all the thumbs up, especially the shares. It's a good way to get the word out. If you haven't done so, you might want to turn on notifications. So usually in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little menu where you can say turn on notifications. And that way Facebook will let you know whenever I go live. That's typically on Saturdays at 10. I will continue to do live videos whenever I can, hopefully from the parks before too much longer. Don't have details yet on exactly what that's going to look like as far as pass holder previews or anything else, but I will keep you posted. I'm happy to share a little bit of Disney fun with you. Mike says, thanks for doing the videos. Glad to do it. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great Saturday. If you are being impacted by the tropical storm, I hope that you are safe and dry. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, God bless.